Hello, my name is Alex. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I wanted to talk to you about why it's not your fault you are not losing weight, or why you struggle so badly to try and lose weight permanently. You probably lose weight temporarily. I have done that many times, but the permanent weight loss is very elusive. It's a very elusive thing. So in my previous videos, I'm going to share the one below. I spoke about if you are a food addict. First of all, you have to realize why you are overeating, why you have a problem with food. If you're an addict, you first of all have to address what's driving you to eat. If you're an addict, you are powerless over the foods that you're consuming. You're driven to eat them. You have no power over that. So if that's the case, you first have to go to Overeaters Anonymous. I've left the link in the previous video. I'm going to put that down below, and just watch that one first, because I speak about the obsession of the mind. It's in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. You can look that up, or even Google Obsession of the Mind, big book. And when you're an addict, any kind of addiction, you have no defense against it. You are powerless. It's very frustrating, and it's very demoralizing. And the shame that comes along with that, and the guilt, is terrible. I had many decades of guilt and shame until I found Overeaters Anonymous. And there is a 12-step program with food called Overeaters Anonymous. So I'll put the link for that below again, oa.org. There's 10 questions that they ask you where you can see if you are a compulsive overeater. Not everyone is. You might not be. So if you answer those questions, and after a certain amount of yeses, so I can't remember how many you say yes to, but go through that and see, and then you have a good indication if you're a compulsive overeater or not, or food addict. Same thing. But today I wanted to talk about, so there's the two evil twins, I call them. The first evil twin is the obsession of the mind, and the second evil twin is the allergy of the body. Sorry, the allergy of the body. So what does that mean? Allergies, we think of peanut allergies, we think of breaking out in a rash. You're not going to break out in a rash if you have a donut, but what that means is once you've taken that first compulsive bite, we call it in OA, you cannot stop of your own free will. You've probably found that yourself. You've opened a bag of chips, you bought a bunch of mini donuts. I'm only going to have one or two, or I'm going to have a cupful, and at the end of the bag, you're banging your fist on the table going, why did I do this again? But it's almost impossible to stop. And then once that train is started, you're going down that track, it's very hard to come back from. So those are the two evil twins, I call, of the inability to lose weight permanently. Of course, you have to work through the whole steps. Like, go to meetings. If you find out you are addicted to food, there's tons of meetings. Go to the OA website. Like I said, I'll put the link below. Attend as many. Try and attend at least 3 to 6. It gives you a good idea then, because you have to click with the meeting as well. You might have a meeting you don't particularly care for, or you might not hear something that you like or relates to you. But I walked into my first OA meeting and went, oh wow, I belong here. I thought it was only me that did these crazy things, but it was comforting to me to know that there were other people that took away a lot of the guilt and shame. So the first thing is, how do you stop your mind? You can't stop your mind from obsessing about food. The only way is through working the steps. You've probably heard about people in 12-step programs talk about making amends and working the steps. So if that sounds all foreign and weird to you, when you go to the meetings and start reading the literature and look on the website, it will become clearer to you. Hopefully, it's a long process. It really is. But I just found if I hadn't have found a way, I would probably be dead by now, or I'd be very sick, very ill, because when I start eating, I call myself a power eater. I've had 300-pound guys, like 6'5" guys, go, wow, you eat more than me. That's not a compliment. It's not a compliment. And then I kind of like a little bit scared, terror in the eyes, as they're backing away from the buffet. And myself. But there's hope. I just want to let you know there's hope. It's usually a long road to recovery, not necessarily. Some people go in the door the first day and they never compulsively overeat again. I wasn't one of them. I am stubborn. I'm rebellious. I'm one of those people, I like to follow rules, but if you want to take something away from me, that's why I was like, they're going to take my food away from me. No, they're not going to take your food away from you. They're just going to teach you, guide you, and going through the steps, show you how you can live a life free from the obsession of the food of your torture, the food of your choice, whatever it is. Mine's mainly sugar, sweet things. I don't care too much for savory food. If I'm going to binge on something, it's sugar, coated in sugar, drenched in sugar, candy, that kind of thing, donuts, cookies, cakes, pies, those kind of things. Baked goods are my downfall. But yeah, so just please check out the first video. If it really goes into detail in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous about the obsession of the mind and the allergy of the body. And you can even Google it, and it will come up. And you can read it. I think you can even get passages. You may even be able to get the book free online. I'm not too sure. There's probably somewhere where you can get it. Or audiobook, something like that's free. Usually I Google, if I'm interested in an audiobook, I usually Google it and then see if in YouTube if it's free. And most of the time it is. So that's encouraging and helps save some money. But yeah, so if you have any questions or if you want to hear about anything else, I've just started these videos. I'm a young YouTube channel. I myself are not young, but I'm also encouraging people over 40, over 50 to dive into this. It's very interesting. I go to YouTube for everything. I'm like, how do I put in I know how to put a light bulb in. That's a pathetic example, sorry. But I go to YouTube for everything, anything. It's amazing. Like how to fix a whatever, broken whatever. And usually I have to call someone in because I can't fix it myself. But anyway, I hope you enjoy my channel. And also to Rob the Maritimer was the gentleman I came across probably a month ago. I think that's when I started my channel. Yeah, probably about a month ago. And he is encouraging people over our age to start a channel and to keep it real, like keep it very basic. Me sitting here on my couch talking to you and hopefully giving you some value, helping you in some way. And yeah, he's good. I'll put a link to his channel below as well, because he's incredible. He started many years ago and his channel's just blown up recently. So he's such a nice guy. It's really nice to see someone that sweet. He's very kind, sweet man. Yeah, and he gives a lot of value. He really goes into the technical side of things. I'm not a technical person, but if you're wondering, like, how do you set the mic up? Do you need a mic? Do you need a camera? I'm keeping it very basic because I don't have a big budget to do this with. So I'm just using my phone. It's a Huawei. It's about 6 years old, but it's in pretty good shape, so it's holding up. But yeah, he goes into editing videos, and he has a live stream every Tuesday that you might be interested in. But I'll leave a link for his site below. He's a really awesome guy. And I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope that you find some relief if you are suffering from a food addiction, compulsive overeating, because I'm here to let you know there is an answer, there's a solution, and there is freedom from it. Okay, hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.